Hi, my name is Rhonda Finling, and I'm an author and I'm a therapist. And I'm here today with Susan, and we're going to be talking about our issues as women, dating and money. So, Susan, when you wrote to me, you told me that you think, or you that you've had experiences where men have asked for money.
Yes, that has been a common theme for me and one of the main reasons why I don't date. It seems like the roles have reversed and men are expecting women to now pay their bills.
So, is that when you're in a relationship, or when you're just dating, or when do they ask you for money?
So at this point in life, it has been upon just a few dates. And that's why I really stepped out of the dating world.
Because you don't want men to ask you for money?
Yeah, and I don't understand why that's what I keep attracting.
Can you
Or
explain?
if that's just a common thing this day and age.
Can you explain like a particular situation where that's happened?
Yeah, for example, the last person that I did date a little bit, after date number 4, said that his mother got sick and that he needed to send her money and asked me for $400. And we weren't in a relationship. That's a lot of money to be asking for. And quite frankly, I didn't believe that his mother was sick either.
Well, did he not have the money, the $400?
And that was another question. If you need to send money, why are you asking me for $400? If you don't have $400 that you can send to your sick mother, then you don't need to be dating.
Exactly. So what did you ask him about it, or did you have any conversation?
Yeah, it was more like, you don't have that. Are you sending any money? You don't have any in savings? And then he was like, no, I just paid my mortgage and car payment, and I don't have anything in savings. And he is a 35-year-old male divorcee. So you clearly have a career, you have a whole house. Why wouldn't you have anything in savings, let alone $400? We're not talking about thousands.
So did you think maybe you shouldn't see him anymore? Like what happened with that relationship?
Yeah, at that point, I just stopped communicating pretty much.
And you've had this happen before?
Yeah, multiple occasions. Another guy asked me for $200 because he was short on his rent. And that was like date number 2. He texted me after. That one wasn't even like a face to face or phone call. That was via text. Hey, I'm short on my rent. Can you help me out?
I have to ask you the most important question. Did you actually give them money?
No.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Now, past Jessica would have. So even in the past, I grew up in a really small town. So everybody was good. Everybody knew everybody. It wasn't really what you see in Atlanta. And one of my very first relationships asked me to help pay for his rent. And I did after like meeting up with him one time. And then 2 weeks later, he asked to move in, and I let him. And that turned into a nightmare of a relationship.
Because is it one of the reasons he never had any money?
Yeah, that was one of the reasons.
Well, do you think
that was like the last of the reasons?
Right. Do you think that maybe like you have to be more careful now when you are dating that a man has a normal kind of income that
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's for you. You have to be really careful for that because I mean, it says something about a man that he doesn't have any money. I agree with you.
Yeah, and it's not because I'm looking for him to take care of me in
Right.
any way, shape, or form, but I need him to be able to take care of himself.
Yeah, they sound like they're. How about when you first meet them? There's no way to tell that they would have these kind of financial problems when you first meet them.
I mean, most of them seem to be pretty stable on first date, and then I guess they think that they can go ahead and start manipulating and start asking for money. And I guess a lot of women actually do it, or they wouldn't feel so comfortable on just date number 2 or 3.
What do you think? Telling me about it. What do you think now? What do you think the answer is?
I think that there are a lot of women out here who are just looking for love and don't look for those warning signs, and don't really care enough about themselves and feel like they need to buy love. So they just give, because I don't feel like these men would feel as confident and ask so easily if not.
You mean if they knew that women would be like appalled, they wouldn't even take the chance and ask for the money?
Yeah, exactly. It's like this is their norm.
Well,
women typically respond.
It sounds like sort of exploitatory, like they're not looking for a regular relationship. They're just looking for like a mommy.
Yeah.
You know, so something very needy and dependent about them.
Exactly.
Well, it sounds like you are pretty, but why are you not going to date because of that? Why don't you just not get, like, if a man asks for that, like, just don't bother with him anymore?
Yeah, it's just disheartened me. That among many other reasons. These men are also typically in other relationships or even married, and you don't find out until later, or, you know, date number 3 or 4, and you do a little research. So it's just been disheartening because of the money as well as the infidelity that's constantly happening. And people just aren't honest about who they are.
When you say infidelity, that they may be actually married and they're cheating on their spouse?
Yeah, or in a committed relationship with someone else.
Yeah, that is like really scary. Oh, sorry you've been meeting guys like that.
Yeah, it's been crazy in the dating world.
Well, I hope that starting now, 2025, you're going to have to be like really careful. Really, I wish you could do like a check on them, you know, through the internet every time like you date somebody.
Yep.
What do you think? I mean, do you think you could be a little bit more careful?
Oh, for sure. I've been much more careful, but I have to get back out there. So I will this year.
Yeah, because not every man asks for money, and not every man is cheating. Like some men are really looking for a relationship, and some men really can pay their own bills. You know, so you just have to definitely make sure that they're not the other kind.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for calling into my show. And I hope that we cured your problem for tonight.
Yes, ma'am. I will be more careful. I appreciate you.
Okay. Night.
Good night.